Get the fuck out of here, Kipper. All the way across the room. Fuck off. Yeet! Hello everyone. Welcome to the art stream. I say the art stream, but I'm going to hold you all hostage here while I figure out something else out first. I mean, to be fair, what I mean by figure something else out first is I realised that I said I was going to do the one-off stream tomorrow. Have I picked a game for it yet? Have I balls? So I was literally in the middle of putting in a list for it to put into a picker, and yeah, so we're going to do that. Well, hello everyone and welcome. Yes, we are going to be doing some art tonight. I'm going to be making more progress on this other project that I started. And yeah, we are going to see how far we get. It's not going to be finished. It's definitely not going to be finished. Yeah. I was doing stuff quickly last time, but no, not as quick. You know what? Do we really want? No, we don't. No, we don't want that as a one-off. That works. I'll try and actually also be somewhat sociable whilst I'm doing this. Let's see, it's... Oh yeah, so near replicant, done. I'm still in awe of the fact that the guide said, you can do part 1 in 8 hours. I finished the entire thing in under 6. 5 hours, 45 minutes and 20 seconds. From the beginning of the game to the end of ending A. Fucking fast. It's fucking fast. Apart from that, I've not actually been doing all that much. Now what I want to do with this is I want people to have some say in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all these into a spin the wheel thing, very much like we used on the Borderlands 3 streams to choose who's getting which weapon. It also means that I will show the results up on here, and I will basically say, okay, here's what it proposes. Do you want to see that? Yes or no? It'll be taking place of tomorrow's Massacres on Monday stream, just so you're aware for progress. You know what? Put that one in there. But yeah, that can actually get removed. I've just realised. Right, let's see, let's have a look at who's here and catch up some chat whilst I'm doing this. Lily, hello and welcome. So Dragon, it is indeed. There's technically several if you count all the ones around me, but they're all like part of my Sona, so technically one, technically many, depends how you look at it. And thank you, Shin, for hello, welcome, Shin, as well, and thank you for redeeming the Kipasitis, which was done immediately. Hello, welcome, DJ, and thank you for the instruction to go doing some push-ups. I will do that after I've sorted this out. No one wants to see that Kipper? No, no one wants to see Kipper. Hello, welcome, Callie. Hello, welcome, Sarah. Awesome. We have a veritable gang here. So what I'm going to be doing with this list is essentially nothing on this list is something I've streamed before properly. This is all going to be stuff that either I'm going to do basically one stream of, and then I'm going to do the rest off stream because it's an off stream game, or it's going to be the first of an installment and you'll basically get a sneak preview of it. So none of the stuff that I'm streaming, none of the stuff that's going on this list is something I've already done. Well, my heart's going on that list because that's gone. Thank you, Callie, for the subscription of 17 months. Very much appreciated. You're offended. I thought you were Callie. Or again, do we have colours? Yes, please. Why are you offended, Callie? think that's actually all of them. Apart from, oh, I'm not going to do something that's intended for Masochism Mondays on one-off, sneak preview. You're just going to, just have to deal with having all of that pain in one go. I'm not going to start off a role-playing game because they take ages to get into. Whatever reason didn't auto-renew your subscription. Jesus fuck. Congratulations, Twitch. You completely fucked up. Also, there's a game on here, or on that list, that I want to stream on the PC, because I have it on PC. I've had it on PC for ages, but I know that I would actually get more playability and more incentive to play it if it was on PS4/PS5, which is it's one of those things. Like, I have a few games like this. I already own this on PC. It's just I know it would run better on my PlayStation, and it would be streamable, and I would probably play it more, which is annoying. I think that is everything on the list, though, from what I can see. Yeah, that's everything. Okay, time to see if that will paste into this properly. Would help if I actually went on their paste list. Boom. Add choices. Hey, that worked. That actually worked. Title. On-off game. Remove. Yeah, we go. Remove choice after it's landed on. Spin. Doesn't really matter. Apply wheel changes. That's actually not as unreadable as I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's pop that into there. Okay, if I take that, and usually it gives me an audio alert whenever I try to close something. See what Lydia did in Minecraft Lore Walk. Oh god, yeah, flattening the entire thing. Jesus fucking Christ, yeah. One again says I should check who is a fucker. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I can't save yet, DJ. I've not done any work. So if I do this, hey, it worked. So yeah, we got a wheel. So the way this works is I'm going to spin this, and it will say what it will say the game it lands on, and then we'll have a we'll see if that's what people want to see on tomorrow, on Monday, or tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see that. I'm just gonna refund those points to you, DJ, and thank you for the hydration reminder, Callie and DJ. Thank you, Kelly, for your contribution to the horror stream challenge. Now you can actually see me doing stuff for this. Woo. Right. Castlevania Rondo of Blood. I'm just gonna do a quick poll on that on. There we are. Poll's up for 3 minutes. Vote whether you want to see that tomorrow, yes or no. It's one of the old 2D style Castlevania games. I've never played it before. Is the other Castlevania actually on there? Yeah, it is. Actually, no. It actually doesn't look like it was. Let me just double check that. Oh no, it was, yeah, Symphony of the Night is on there. Okay. Okay, it just modelled them all up a bit. Did you want to save your soul before you work? Not possible, I don't have one. Mark gave that to me ages ago. Haha! I gave you a piece of cardboard and I told you it was my soul. Rondo of Blood again, not made in vain. Oh, currently the votes are swaying to yes. Whilst you're voting on that, I'll go and do those 5 push-ups. Back in a sec. So what I know about Castlevania... I'm just going to sit here. Actually, no, what I'm going to do, I'm also going to move that like that. So it's not really cutting into my face quite as much. I'm also going to move it down so you can still see my... Oh god, that... No, we're not going to have the overlay on top of that. That's just weird. No, it can just sit where it was. It can sit where it was, fine. Yeah, so what I know about Castlevania Rondo of Blood, literally, it is in a collection pack that I have, which includes that and Symphony of the Night. And as far as I know, that is the follow-on to Symphony of the Night. Different protagonist, different game, entirely different. Sort of a sequel, don't know if it is actually a sequel, but yeah. Apparently it plays very much like Symphony of the Night. So, yeah. Meant to be hydration because you used to it being first redeem. Don't know what the normal first redeem is. I think I've changed it. Oh no, it's still there. Oh yeah, it's because I changed the Ask the Dragon one to be a bit more expensive because I had it really cheap for the AMA streams. So I thought if I'm just going to make it just a general thing, might as well make it a bit more expensive so it can't get spammed. Oh right, there we are. Oh, four out of four voters say yes. Let's just have a look. See what would have happened if you said no. Either way, you're getting a Metroidvania game. Either way, you're getting a Metroidvania. No weirdness here, not allowed. So yeah, yeah, there you go then. So the alternative, that Axiom Verge, is essentially it plays a lot more like Metroid than Castlevania essentially, but it's not tied in with the Metroid game. And I think I played like 5 minutes of it, but I own it. So yeah, either way, you are going to get a Metroidvania. Well, just hide that. I can get rid of that. Complete that. Bring this up. Castlevania Rondo of Blood. Go sleep, go wake up early. Sorry I couldn't stick around. Good night. No problem at all, Shin. Thanks for coming as long as you did. Hope you sleep well. I'll see you next time, my friend. Yeah. I have got no idea what was on that list now. But yeah. Basically, everything that is currently on the... Well, almost everything that's currently on the stream queue, which I've just remembered I need to take something off the stream queue because I'm now streaming it. Almost everything that's on the stream queue that is not an RPG game, a PC game, Masochism Monday, Team Bondage, and I have not played already, and it's not a sequel of some kind, was on there, as was most of the games that I'm willing to play that I don't have. Well, I've got, on my little off-stream playing list to basically like keep an eye on all the games that I have that are off-stream that I can then do. And I just realised something. I'm going to see if I can get that back. History. We'll decide one-off game. Paste list? Bollocks. I would actually have to go and... Oh god, I would have to go and do it in manually. Oh well. Actually, in fairness, most of those are on there already. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just going to redo this list on a separate text file so that I can refer back to this again, for future one-off streams. So we had 2064 read-only memories, which I've got no idea how that game plays like or what it's going to be like. Assassin's Creed Rogue and Unity, Axiom Verge, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Not going to do Castlevania Rondo of Blood because that's already been picked, so it wouldn't be a one-off if I went back and did it again. Weirdly enough, Concrete Genie was on there because I haven't officially started that. Dragon Age Inquisition, Ether 1, Notable skips on this one is Death End Request, because I cannot stream that. That is not a stream safe game whatsoever. That really is not. Kingdoms of Avalor Re-Reckoning. Neverwinter, as in the MMO. Yes, I was willing to play that, so it was a one-off. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, which looks really good. Terminator Resistance. The Witness. Watch Dogs 2. Because, you know, they're not all good games on this. They're definitely not all good games on this. Let's see. Sleeping Dogs. Observation. Morbid the Seven Acolytes. Bastion. I mean, you'll notice the Supergiant Trilogy is actually on my stream queues, just like I thought if I'm going to do one of them, I'm going to do Bastion first. Deltarune Chapter 2 was on there. Darksiders 3. Nioh 1, because I wasn't able to stream that on PC, so I thought now now it's only on PlayStation, I might as well offer that up as an option. The Last Guardian, as you know, that's free and it's cute. And Lost Ember, as it was really cheap. So yeah, that's all there. One-off game stream list. And that goes in with the others. Oh well. Okay. Don't need to worry about any of those anymore. Awesome. Axiom Verge, I think you have that on your wish list. I had it on my wish list for ages. I picked it up for really cheap. I played it briefly. I was like, yeah, it seems pretty cool. Stopped playing it because I had something else to do, and I went back to it. Sadly, is the same for quite a lot of the games on my in my library. So there's Axiom Verge 2, possible. Let's have a quick look. Well, it says there's reviews for it. Yeah, it exists. Jesus fucking Christ! I was looking right at this, and I was yeah. No, Axiom Verge 2 is on there. However, what platforms is on? Windows, Switch, PS4, PS5. No Xbox love. Ooh, that's a choice. Let's find out what this scare was. Oh, Maury. Hello and welcome, and thank you very much for the 8 months of being subscribed. Rora scared you. You did indeed, you little gremlin. Listen to this random song on Spotify, though, I gotta say I enjoy when you really listen to the lyrics. They're so depressing despite the song sounding upbeat. It's an interesting contrast. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had a fair few of those. Those are pretty good. I think you should let these sleeping dogs lie unless they tell the truth. Things are fine. Oh my god. That was bad. It's bad. I was scared. I'm scared you now, Sarah. Tuesdays with Maury, except it's Sunday. Maury's probably going to want to start coming to my Tuesday streams if she can make it. Because I'm going to be playing Drakengard. Ah, yes, the retro audience comes in. Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have multiple types of murder going on Drakengard, you know. Drakengard 2 going to be doing. I'm not doing Drakengard 2. Do not worry. I don't own it. I have no intention of getting it because I've done Near Replicant. The next logical thing is to play Drakengard because I couldn't play Drakengard beforehand because I didn't have access to it. A, not owning it, and B, my PS2 was still in storage. I wasn't even sure if I still had it, but I do. So I'm going to be playing Drakengard. And then I'm going to be doing Nier Automata after Drakengard. After Nier Automata, Drakengard 3. Drakengard 2 just no. Drakengard 2 is A, just a bad game in general, and B, technically not even part of the Nier Automata and associated games timeline, it literally in the whole timeline of the Yoko Taro verse, Drakengard 2 is right at the bottom, not linked to anything at all. It's like it's just there, it's its own separate entity. It's not even mentioned or referenced. Drakengard 3 at the very least is referenced in Replicant and Automata. All these characters from it are, and some of the events that happen in it do very much influence things that have happened in the Nearverse. But Drakengard 2 might as well not exist as far as continuity is concerned. Oh yeah, and in the raid, yeah, they did make a bit more of a better reference to Drakengard 3 in that, yeah. FaceTime with your boyfriend some today. He said, "I'm lucky, I'm cute." After one particularly bad joke. Well, you should tell him. You should have said in that instance that, well, I'm sorry, I can't stop telling jokes. It's an acute illness. Lydia, hello and welcome. Hey, sorry I haven't been around this weekend. Everyone decides to stream early. Don't worry about it at all, Lydia. Do not worry. The understanding with you is the same as everyone else here. If you're busy or you have other things to do, I'm not going to be offended. I enjoy when people are here, and I enjoy the time that they are here, and I don't put any pressure on them outside of, having fun whilst you're here. Actually, don't know enough about Drakengard 2. Bad game. Drakengard 2 The Drakening. That gives it too much credit. Yay, Near Automata. Or as I like to call it, Near Arsemata, because my good god, the arses in that. Oof. That game is just arse appreciation. And right, yeah. Yeah. You have no idea, Maury, the number of times through A, Near Replicant, and B, the raid in Final Fantasy, I just went, fucking flowers! I'm pretty sure you know the reason, the moment that I went fucking flowers in the raid. Fantastic, Mark. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh yes, hugs to Lydia. And Lydia throws back a hig. So also, right, so I've organised background music for this. I've actually got Spotify set up. I haven't been able to do the thing that I wanted to do because apparently it's a Twitch extension, which is shitty because I don't know how to get it to interact with the OBS. But what I do know and have access to is essentially the music is all going to be from Miracle of Sound. So if at any point anyone wants a link to Miracle of Sound stuff, or just a reminder of where it comes from, you can type in the command !music, and it will basically say that all music I use on these streams is by Miracle of Sound, and here is his website. Near Automata, the ends justify the means. Clap them cheeks. Clap them Android cheeks. Ludia. I'm not quite sure what's lewd about a hig. I don't know what a hig is, apart from Higgs boson, but I'm fairly certain that Lydia wasn't referencing that. Now Sarah throws up the music command, just so. Just so. But yeah, that is everything waffled on about, caught up with, and decided. We like a good arse, we do. We do like a very good arse. That's why I have the arse appreciation moments here. Whenever we see a good arse, we appreciate. We appreciate. Yeah, regardless of gender, species, race, or anything like that, if it's a good arse, we appreciate it. Sometimes not a good arse, just a very, very definite, well-defined arse. Like Doom Eternal had. I did an arse appreciation moment in Doom Eternal and I don't take it back. Right, so with that all done, let's hop over here. There we go. Look, I'm smaller, and that hasn't changed since last time I was streaming. Oh wait, no, the sketch layer is on there because I showed it to 10 after I finished streaming last time, and I couldn't be. And like when I was doing it, my brain completely deleted all the information on how to make a blank background, so that when I did a transparent PNG, it wasn't just going to be see-through where I've not put colour. My brain blanked on how to do that until after I sent it to Emoto, and then my brain said, yeah, so I'm sorry about not having a proper background and including sketch there, but my brain completely forgot how to do this. So like, my brain just remembered how to do it when it's saying what it forgot to do. So yeah. Right, okay, now let's start the music off. I will also say, I do not know most of Miracle of Sound's back catalogue. So this song is called Only Us. I have got no fucking clue what it is. Also, the using of the music command, or you can just ask me, and I will say what it is. Might actually just put that volume up. Volume. There we are. Volume up a bit. The mark is shrinking. Can't do it too well because I can't compress my spine. Or different those Aberdan Hills is now Aberdan Plains. The 180 by 180 block space is complete that. I did see that, Lydia. That is incredibly impressive work. And now you can begin the construction. You like the Miracle of Sound Skyrim song, the Nordmead one? That is a good one. It's not the one I use for the streams. I use Sovngarde's song. The re-record he did for it in 2016. Also, small factoid about Miracle of Sound stuff. One song he has done, he actually did for a game and is included in the game itself as the credits song. That game itself is Wasteland 2. I recommend Wasteland 2, but you are, my good God, you need to have patience with that game. That game is not a game for people low on patience. And I don't mean you need to be a doctor. Right, so one thing that's Ten says about me is like she said that she could see there being improvements to be made around the floof, angling it a bit more and having a bit more of the strange strands around the shoulder. So we're going to do that before we go back to the colouring. That looks bad. That actually looks slightly better. His Deep Blue song is in Subnautica Blue 2. Yes, that's true. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me about that, Lydia. Yes. Thank you for reminding me to check the layer, Callie. Why did I do... I almost called you Mal. Which just reminds me of, what Mal's girlfriend referred to him as at the beginning of the EDF stream. But yep, we are definitely using it on the line art layer. Thank you very much for making me check though, Callie, because, art. That's some weird Freudian slip. What can I say, Callie? You make me think of my countrymen. As much as I dislike admitting that Mal is a countryman of mine. Like, I've got no idea what this song is from at all. I really don't. But yeah, Mal's girlfriend at the beginning of stream called him, what was it? Her little used tampon. I was like, what? And the thing is that it completely befuddled Mal as well. Because his reaction was, what? I love you very much. You'll never be a used tampon. Good. I don't want to be. Like, no, not going to kink shame Mal and his girlfriend. Not going to do that at all, but, not for me. Not for me whatsoever. I have no idea what this one is. It sounds like it could be from Cyberpunk, but it's not. I'm going to use tampon that serves no more purpose than the only thing that's left is tossed away in regular course of use. Did she break up with him on stream? No, that's just apparently an affectionate pet name for him. Far be it for me to judge, but you know, that's, I don't know, that's... I'm just recounting on what happened. I'm innocent in this. It's one of the very few things I can claim to be innocent in. Okay, that seems to be okay enough for the floof. Let's go back to filling in the boy. I can't really... No, I can't. I've got to... So if I do this to be a bit of a border, so the colour doesn't leak. How odd. I don't know. All I can think of, the only thing I could think of was that it's in reference to how pasty Mal is and the fact that he's ginger at the same time. That's all I can think. Oh, I hate when it does that. God damn it. So we're just going to ignore the fact that I have just been doing that on the line art layer. Color layer. Yeet. Yeet. Now this time. There we go. Have I missed your typos? Yes, I have, Lydia. Things just don't seem right without one of your typos intruding and making your presence known. I thought that was going to be part of one of his Mass Effect songs, but no, that was just a different song entirely, or is a different song entirely. Or you just only vote the fuck. Yeah, true. Don't fuck your phone. I mean, there exist apps that let you do exactly that, or you'll have your phone assist in the fucking of you. So, you know, 'tis possible. And 'tis not for us to judge. And weirdly enough, the way that this is already designed lets me do a bit of a layering thing with his fur, like is on the finished version of him. You never remark to Pios. Yeah. I'm having to sub in another sexy British man right now as I watch your stream K-Piss fall in love with Tom Ellis. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Just says that KPS has got taste. Is that what Phone 6 is? Phone does not go there. No, but apps on it control things that can go there. That's what I was referring to. How am I being more dirty than my chat? That's flare base, so should not be inserted. Actually, You mentioned that. So those phone cases you can get, which have got like the handle on the back, which basically looks like a bit of a flattened doorknob. Foxx and I saw one of those, and I just looked over at her. I was like, I just realised what those remind me of. It's like what? Butt plugs. The flared bit at the bottom of the butt plug that you leave out. That's what those look like on the back of the phone. Now neither of us can unsee it. Oh, good lord. You're welcome. You are very, very welcome for that. The new butt plug phone. And if you're one of those unfortunate people who sits on that, not knowing it goes all the way up, well then your phone's going to turn into an iPod. I will not apologise for comedy gold like that. Because let's be honest, that's why you come here. You never should. Malak. Apparently my name has now been turned to Malak. I never understood the whole doorknob for the phone anyways. Me neither. Me neither at all. It's like, it's like it's supposed to slip between those two fingers and just sit there. It's like, or, I could just make my fingers do this. Oh look, it's gripping the phone. Never understood it. Never have done. My phone had cat ears, my current one does not. Life is pain. I would definitely advise against insertion of that one then, Sarah. And cat phone free sale. Yeah, I'd definitely advise against the insertion previously noted too. Small hands and or grip issues disabled folk. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. And the knob slots are going in the pocket properly. Yeah, it does. For a brief moment I forgot you were talking about phones there. I was like, surely the knob's purpose is to go into the pocket. The flesh pocket. Degeneracy. It's just part of my chat. It's just part and parcel of the entire experience and why you truly come here, I'm sure. Okay, let's actually go back and clean some of that up because that doesn't look right to me. Oh, it's a Red Dead Redemption song. Really like this one actually. Mark's more loose than I am tonight. Yes. I've been speed running a game that has someone almost completely naked in it for a few hours, so yeah. And before that I was playing EDF where Chinya was spending most of her time surrounded by 3 very, very muscular naked men. I mean, I'm a pure innocent angel. See my halo? Yes, I also see the devil horn supporting it, Sarah, and the fact that it's made out of cardboard. So lets you sit up properly to watch something while you're working. I don't have that issue, but then again, I don't. I don't work apart from this and streaming, so I have no reason for my phone to... Oh, fuck's sake, don't again. So I don't have a reason for my phone to be there. Well, they're saying that I probably should put my phone on charge. Give me 2 secs, I'm going to do that right now before I forget again. Excuse me. 10% Battery Club represent! Unless you got one of those ones you can push not back in itself, then you go back into the pocket. Yeah. It's not for me. I have a tendency to fidget. And when I find a thing on something that I can fidget with, my good God, you're not going to get off me. Like, my old phone, not the one I'm currently using, my old phone had a fingerprint detector on the back of it. This one does as well, but I never used the fingerprint detector on the other one. All I ever did was basically, when I pulled it out of my pocket, I would, pull it out, and then I would hold it by the fingerprint scanner, and then swing it round between my fingers, and then let it fall into my hand properly. It's like, oh yes, look, I'm being flashy. Let's take that and start doing. Yeah, that's good. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. I have got no idea what this song is for, but I like it. But I fucking like it. Wait, is that supposed to be? Yes, it is. Learn the hard way not to flash people. Yeah, so did I last stream. Me and Zero made a joke, and then I quickly said sibling immunity, and Zero said something about not wanting to be smothered by someone's chesticles, to which I basically went slap on the side there and pushed. Bit too hard. Made it into a clip. It actually made it into being made a clip. Because there was instant regret after that. It was like slap. Ooh. Do you show your forearms again? What do you mean again? I never stop showing them. Tattoos. I just can't show. As I keep saying, I can't show the entirety of my tattoos because I'd break Twitch TOS if I did. And for those of you who haven't been privy to that discussion, they are all on my upper body. But, I can't go shirtless on Twitch. I do have got my black dragon who sits across there, goes down that side and around my side to the ribs. I've got a green dragon who sits there. I've got another small black dragon just there. I've got a dragon eye underneath it. On my back right shoulder blade, I've got a tribe marking from Werewolf the Apocalypse. See forms, I'll always notice first. Oh, it was a Witcher song. I've always liked nice forearms. We're going to agree to disagree on that one because I don't consider my forearms to be nice. I'm sure Callie will also disagree with me, but yeah, that's just my life. That's just my life. I keep telling Callie that I don't think that I'm attractive at all, and she very much vehemently disagrees with me. But you know, I think honestly, if she didn't, I might be a little bit miffed. But at the same time, I think I would be... I don't know, I'm stuck in this very weird thing where, at the same time, I don't want her to disagree with me, and also I'm kind of glad she does. Everyone here is attractive. Well, I suppose we've all got our own minor magnetic fields, yes? Okay. You, that little detail there, you're annoying me. There we go. Oh god, the fact that I can see all these different little bits everywhere. Oh, that's annoying me. I need to stop zooming in. No, it's already on that. Already on that colour. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're doing fine. We're doing this fine. Actually, I think this one should be there. Yeah. See, I get this song very much recommended to me on YouTube a lot as well. I've got no fucking idea what it's from either. It's called Lilac and Violet. Sounds like it's Carly N that he's singing with. Thank you, TJ, for your contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge. There we go. In fairness, this is all the same colour as well. All this neck floof is all the same colour as what I'm currently doing, so I might as well just fill this in. One of these days I will actually realise the visual difference between the eraser tool and the fill tool. But it is not this day. Incidentally, this is one of my favourite parts of the art. This and the line art. I've been told that I'm weird for liking doing line art. I still maintain the person that in the art world that I know most who deserves the title of being called weird is Zira. She likes doing hands. That is weird. I mean, no, she likes doing hands and she's good at them. Unlike me, who I like doing lines and colours, I'm not that good at them. But I have fun. Mostly. That could be equal parts fun and little annoying when your lines don't cooperate. Yeah, that's true. That is very true, actually, yeah. My lines very often don't cooperate. And then I just want to stab something with my stylus. Oh, piss. You'd think with only 2 active layers at this point in time that I'd actually remember which one I'm on. No, I really don't. The colours are changed too. Well, that's good. Shading, I'm yet to form an opinion on because I haven't done it enough. I've literally shaded one picture. Is that it? I think that's something I missed with an eraser there. Yeah, that was. That definitely was. Actually, no, that's been missed as well. So something that Ten also mentioned is that his ears with the shading, well, with the difference in the colour, that does not look right. And now that I've looked at it more, I do agree with her. It's more like it should be like that. I'm going like this. Like that. Yeah, that looks better. For just because this fur is based on the lighter area, then that means the fur itself should be lighter. And honestly, if anyone tries to tell me that doesn't look right, well, one of his abilities is shape-shifting anyway, so some roll out. Gav, did you make a Transformers song? More power to you, dude. Sure, cool. As long as you enjoy it, that's the main thing. Yeah, it is a Transformers song. I don't know what's worse, the fact that he did a Transformers song or the fact that it's actually fucking good. What? Did he just say making a bigger the mess than Michael made? As in Michael Bay? What the fuck? If he did, that's amazing. I have even more respect for Gavin as a result. Wait a minute. Oh no, I did that right. This is a meme song. So mate, you got Valhalla calling from Milk sounds like a head. Good. It's a good song. I could put it on right now if I really wanted. It is! We're making a bigger mess than Michael Bay! Oh my god! Yeah. Yeah, Gav is actually taking the piss out of the films. I'm glad. I like the song even more now. That doesn't look right now. That looks like the floof is a bit too thin. Okay. I think I might have been a bit too hasty trying to get it. Don't take your piss, that's just weird. Well, it's just recycled toilet water, isn't it? Just those little 2 bits actually helped. Yeah, when I wait. Also, Mori, I think someone might have got into your Twitter account. Hacks on Twitter says, do you see I got hacks on Twitter? No, because it leads to the lie. Yeah, but both Scar and I screenshotted it. So yes. Yes, we saw. Fun fact, Michael Bay Transformers game for the Xbox 360 is nearly all the old Transformer cartoons that have the game. Oh, nice. Never played it. Look like that's not me. To be fair, Maury, whoever did it does not know how you use emojis. I looked at it immediately. I was like, oh, that's not a Maury emote. I'm so sorry, but that's not a Maury emote. Alright, you're going to try and sleep. No problem at all, Lydia. I will say, though, however, when I looked up at that, I thought you had made a typo, because my brain read Sneep. I was like, Sneep? What the fuck is Sneep? Thanks for coming as long as you did it, Lydia, and enjoy your Sneep. I'll see you again soon. Maybe it's got something to do with, I don't know, that whole thing, like, you know, if you're ever angry, hold your nose and try and say Sneep Snop. Apparently that's supposed to calm you down immediately because, you just sound so silly. KPS is making biscuits. Anyone want biscuits? The most adorable baker. Not until you call them what they are, Callie. Once you start referring to them by their proper name, then yes, maybe I will. Until then, no. It's a miss from me. I thought you might enjoy that, did you? You see, it's not just your brain and your phone conspiring against you and typoing. Sometimes it is just my brain refusing to read the actual thing going on. Oh, for fuck's sake, brain. Well, this song is definitely about Duke Nukem Forever. It's called Duke, You Used to Be Cool. This has got to be a Duke Nukem Forever song. Because yes, Duke Nukem used to be cool, and then Duke Nukem Forever happened. And it's like, it wasn't a bad game, it just was not an amazing game. It definitely was not worth waiting, what, at least 15 years for? I mean, I sat down and I got all the achievements for it apart from one, because like, after finishing it, it's like, I cannot be bothered to go back and play that on hard. What was the Britishism for that adorable behaviour? There isn't actually a uniform one. But I was just saying, call them what they are. Not biscuits, weirdly baked scones. But the term for what he's doing depends on who you ask. Like, my parents refer to it as paddy pouring for some weird reason. You need scones? I don't know, probably. It's dough. It's my understanding that you need dough, regardless of what you do to it afterwards. This actually honestly seems like it should be a... I mean, yes, that does look more uniform, but at the same time, it looks like most of his thigh fluff is under fluff. Fuck it, that's what we're going to stick with. Really can't be asked at this point to change it. Actually, one thing I will change, though. Good God, apart from all these... Let's, if I go down here, line art, and erase this bin out. See, all these people saying about, you know, how Duke Nukem 3D was the greatest game for a long time in this vein, and how bad Duke Nukem Forever was as a comparison. I'm sat here thinking, like, I preferred the original Duke Nukem games, you know, the platformers, the early 90s games made by Apogee Software in partnership with 3D Realms. But that's me. I mean, and also, you know, the Duke Nukem 3D was just an excuse to have, you know, softcore porn in the game. Duke 3D just reaches toxic masculinity. It really does. The only time that I've been, you know, really enjoying it is the fact that if you take it that, you know, it's so toxic masculinity, it's a satire on it itself, then yeah. Sorry again, but Lord, yeah. Like, if you look at the engine it uses, Jesus fucking Christ, the engine is awesome. But I think the main problem is that Duke Nukem 3D was walking a very fine line between seriousness and satire when it came to the toxic masculinity. Duke Nukem Forever just went into the toxic masculinity and forgot all the satire. It's good for its day, same as Shadow Warrior. In fairness, the reboot of Shadow Warrior is at least a really, really fun game, even if the second one's a looter shooter. Which never made sense for me. But yeah, you play the original Shadow Warrior, oh my good God. That is so fucking racist. I was like, I have it, and I replay it's like, oh my good God. Lo Wang, well, yes, yes. But, you know, it's pretty nice, yeah. Yeah, and the fact that, you know, that a lot of the secrets had anime girls in it, in various states of undress, and pressing the use button on them pretty much has Lo Wang make a very, very, very offensive borderline sexual harassment comment to them. But they pull out a gun out of somewhere and shoot you for it. Yeah, Lo Wang though, that's in fairness, the Lo Wang joke always makes me giggle. It just always makes me giggle. When such games in the industry in general have issues with toxicity and masculinity otherwise, this is true. I mean, they are. It's better nowadays. It's better nowadays than it was in the 90s. Jesus Christ, it was awful in the 90s. But no, if we're going like the 90s and early 2000s, like, you know, what we've got now, it's nowhere near. It's, you know, it's nowhere near perfect, but it's better. It's a lot better. But yeah. Oh yeah, another thing, Maury. I don't know if you know this about the original Shadowrun, but over here in Europe, it got censored in one particular way. The first ranged weapon you get over in the US is shurikens. You know, you're holding like 3 shurikens in your hand and you fling them. Yeah? Makes perfect sense in the game. Over here, no. We didn't have shurikens, we had throwing darts. Because people were worried about, you know, kids getting their hands on shurikens and then throwing them at each other. It's like, surely darts meant for a dartboard are A, easier to get hold of, and B, a lot nastier because you can throw them with a lot more accuracy. Because shurikens actually take some skill to throw. But that's the only, that was the only bit of censorship. That was literally the only bit of censorship. All the sexual harassment, all the cutting people in half, the blood, guts and gore, the bunnies having sex, that was all included. But no, they had to take the shurikens out. The kamikaze zombies were still in it, for fuck's sake. Let's have a good lord. Yeah. Most still break of like, oh, should I have speedrun Celeste? I've never even played Celeste. I've seen you play it a short bit, Zamori, and from what I've seen, it looks really good, but I would get very frustrated with it very quickly, so I think it's definitely not a game for me. Definitely is not. Oh, it's because I was using a more paint thing. But I should not giggle at his name. Oh, I giggle at Lo Wang's name all the time, especially when you look at a mirror and use it. That's no ordinary Wang. It's like, God damn it, 3D Realms. You really know what you're doing with your puerile, immature toilet humour, and I love it. Or they knew how to do it. They didn't really do it so much anymore. Because Ninja 2 violence over a few, they weren't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, yeah. Yeah, any mention of ninjas, all that stuff, you know, got cut right out. It's like, why? I actually don't even know why. I know why certain games got censored in certain ways for us, like Fallout 2. All the children were removed from it. I know why that is. It's because at the time, European law basically said it is illegal to have a game, a violent game featuring children in which they can be targeted. Because you could target the children in violence in Fallout 2, they thought, well, that doesn't meet standards. So they just removed children from the game. As in, they removed the character models. They did not remove their floating text. So when you went around certain places in Fallout 2 that were meant to have kids in it, you got floating text with no one attached to it, so it looked like this place was haunted. And I thought it was haunted for the longest time, until I found out they were meant to be kids. Lily Soken is a funny man, he is. Like, just, oh my good god. Do you know Lahi? Like, just watching that video and him going, do you know Lahi? And the look on the pianist's face is like, please no. Please no. I will sing for you, Lahi. I don't know if Asians go in conversation here. Soken's a treat, yes, I'm glad he's covered. Same. Like, I know I've mentioned this before, but I will mention it again because it's so amazing. Is that oh, what was it? When he announced at the convention thing, or you know, the address to the fans, that he was his cancer was in remission. Immediately, people took to the meme pages and put pictures of him with a smile better suits the hero. It's like, wow. Killer Rabbit is in it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the rabbits from Monty Python's in it. Lahi. Jace, hello and welcome, little Sib. Hit alert while you draw. We're drawing together. Except one of us is far more skilled than the other. And believe me, it ain't me that's on the more skilled side. Hey, Rev, love you. Love you too, Callie. Thanks for coming as long as you did. I'll see you later. That wants to be thicker. First off. And yeah. Yeah, that was better actually. Good and drawing dragons though. Oh, I'm not. I'm really not. Technically this isn't my work even. Well, it kind of is, but kind of isn't. So basically, so see this? The sketch? That's Scoo's work. Scoo gave me that, and also the sketch for the other one. And, you know, said, yeah, do what you like to it, finish it. So I just went, and boop, and boop. So yeah, I'm good at tracing, is what I'm going to say at the moment. I can't actually draw yet, I haven't tried. That is going to be the next project. After I'm finished with this, my next project is to actually draw something from scratch, you know, sketching first of all. And I'm dreading that. Got such slime work, thank you. I appreciate that. Line work I kind of just dove into head first and didn't think I was going to be at all good at, but apparently I got some skill in it, so I'm happy with that. Got this. Thank you, Jace. I very much appreciate that. And so do you with whatever you're drawing. What are you drawing, by the way, if you don't mind sharing? Waiting 90 minutes for an Omega Q spot because I want the orchestrum roll. Oh, you do realise, Lily, that most of the orchestrum rolls for the normal raids, A, drop from the extreme/savage ones, and B, are tradable, as in sold on the marketplace or the market board. So that's a possibility. Because I will be honest, I really liked Shinryu's theme from Stormblood. I liked it so much, I bought the worn version of it, of the orchestral roll, and I created it from being an alchemist. Because it was going for several 100,000 gil, but the worn version was going for like 10,000. Like, I am an alchemist already. I'm just going to make it. Oh, sure, you're just drawing a circle once you're also to celebrate 200 followers. Ooh. I like that. I've also, well, just so you know, Chase, I have been holding off on a redeem that I do now have the points for on your channel. I have enough points to request a 10-minute sketch, but I really don't want to do so because you know it's going to be just me saying, "Can you draw a dragon, please?" And I know I'm just, you know, any artist that I know and I'm on good terms with, anytime I say, "Well, what should I draw?" my immediate reaction is draw a dragon. Especially if that artist says that I've got no experience with dragons, or, you know, I'm not familiar with them. I just say draw more. Increase your familiarity. Become the dragon artist. Okay, Omega is fun. Fair. That's wholly fair. I personally really like the Eden fights. The Eden fights, very, very nice. Very well done. I think the raid experience in general in Shadowbringers is the best. Go, you've actually want to draw dragons more? Oh, well, I shall do then. I will try and remember next time I'm in your stream. I will try and remember and redeem that and make you draw a dragon. Torian, hello and welcome, and thank you very much for reminding me to save. I have not saved yet. There we go. I have now saved. It would be a gigantic pain in the arse to lose all that colouring. I've also just realised something. I have never in my entire life given thought to what the outside of Omari's wings look like, so the back of them. Because if you notice on the other one that I did, it's on the inside. You see the inside of his wings. And on this one, I'll just colour it in just so you can see. Colour picker. Wing membrane. So this bit, and this bit here, that's the inside of his wing. Because, you know, it's positioning. This bit and this bit, however, are the back of his wing, the outside. I have got the... Oh, fucking hell no, I've got no idea. Thought that you had me, you gave me had outside membrane colour. Did it? I've got wing membrane edge, and wing bone slash frame. So, the bone slash frame is this bit here, here, and this bit here. The edge is like these bits here, and here, and here, and here. And then the membrane bits is, you know, these large bits here. These bits ain't got a fucking clue. No clue whatsoever. There we are. Honestly though, if I have given you that, please feel free to, you know, let me know. That's actually a point. I do have a reference of Amari. So basically, all the colours I have are referencing a picture that I do have of this character already. So I'm just going to have a look to see if there are any outside things done there. Yeah, they were. It just wasn't... There's no difference. There's no difference in those. Okay. Fair. What have you done Redemption Blues again? Skip. Oh, the Joker song. Okay, so that means, you know, it's possibly up to me. But then again... Give me 2 seconds. I have other references to look up. I have references I can all do. Hudson guides. Lighting. There are wings example. Okay. Plenty of few births the same inside and out. I've put that somewhere. There we are. Yeah. Okay, fair. Just do this to... I've got to give Gavin credit for this. How close does Mark Hamill's Joker does he sound when he's singing that? Because that is amazing. It took me literally a couple of listens to realise, like, that's not Mark Hamill. Look at that. Thank you for the hydration reminder, DJ. Thank you, Torian, for your contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge. Horror? Horror. Horror. Horror Stream. Pop and pop. Let's tidy these edges up a little bit now. Oh god, I need to redo those. I really need to redo those lines because I use a paint tool for that. Oh god, yeah, that's needing a lot much more of a filler. Actually, that needs to go back. Zoop. There we go. There, that's a lot cleaner. Right, so bear with me while I go over some old line art. Because for some weird reason I was using a different tool with this bit. This bit's, yes. That's definitely not. Didn't work out too well. Surprised how smooth that one went. Also, for some reason, I'm not at all tired. I feel like I should be. I feel like I definitely should be tired, but I'm really not. Excuse me. That's going to definitely possibly be in it. Definitely, possibly, yes. It's possibly going to be an issue when it comes to needing to go to sleep, especially if I'm going to be setting up for tomorrow's stream. Same for you as well, DJ. Sorry to hear that. That's probably one of the best lines I've ever drawn, that curve. Part of me wants to, I don't know, make more of a deal of that line there, because at the moment the lines of his the bones and the membrane are literally just lines, and it's not quite how physiology works, especially when we're looking at dragon and reptile rings. Yes, rings. So if we do it maybe like that and like that, if we have like a very thin, something a bit more like this. Yeah, that kind of like went a little bit veering off. Yeah, that actually works better. I think that works a lot better. I have no idea what this is from either. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy to listen to Miracle Sound. He's an incredibly talented artist. But I have not listened to most of his discography, and I really do not know what a lot of his songs link to, game-wise. I mean, to be fair, he's also done music linking to films, and just to folklore and that kind of thing. And sometimes, you know, like, he started out doing somewhat meme-ish songs for Escapist. Like, you know, stuff like You Died and Shoot a Guy. That's probably a little too close. This is good though. I mean, this is also very much, as I'm going along, I realise I'm actually overwriting the design of Amari, which, you know, it's coming into conflict with the other picture of him that I drew. But it's fine. Neither of these are going on this reference sheet. It's completely fine. I'm going to be doing the reference sheet maybe next, maybe as a side project, maybe sometime after. I've got no fucking clue. But I'm going to make an attempt at doing his reference sheet sometime after I finish this one. I've gotten references for reference sheets, which seems like a very strange thing to say. I've asked people who've done reference sheets for advice. Well, I've asked one person, and their thing was like, "Here you go. Here's some examples of ones that I've done. Bear in mind they're tricky." So yeah, that's gonna be fun and interesting to find out. I mean, they also did say there was probably other places around where you can get like free to use line art, or even paid to use line art to make your own reference sheets. Like, yeah, I could, but at the same time, where the feck am I gonna find a reference sheet line art for a species that Scoo and I effectively created together? It's not gonna work out too well. Speaking of Scoo, they and I were having a conversation earlier because they posted something from Disco Elysium, the lucky racist joke that they mentioned. Well, there's Final Fantasy VII Remake going up, music-wise, and that got us still talking about Disco Elysium, of course, because, you know, it's subject of conversation. And they are hoping to either get very far ahead of me in the game by the time I next stream it, or potentially finish the game. Because, as was found out on stream on Thursday, they concur with me thinking that the game is going to be 5 days long. Because it does feel like there's been a few hints in the game saying that it does seem like it's going to be 5 days, combined with how things have been escalating and how things have been getting along. It very much feels like that. Like, one main thing is when you talk to Joyce, and she's talking about having the bodyguards there, the ex-mercenaries, of which the murdered person was a member. And she said, they're a powder keg. You've probably, I estimate we've got a week, maybe less, until they, do something. Which is why I think, 5 days. That's, that to me describes a week, maybe less. God, I love this game. Final Fantasy VII Remake was such a very good game, and it really set the bar for how you should do a good remake of a game. Not a remaster, a remake. And, obviously that got followed up by Nier Replicant, which again, very, very good remake. But also it's like, Nier Replicant's a weird one, because it sits on the border between remake and remaster, because it's still the same game, but there's enough extra content in it to justify calling it a remake, but there's also enough of the base game in it to justify it just being a remaster, which is it's a really weird one to classify. Because I found out that the content added to it, and I'm aware that Mori is listening, so I'm not going to spoil anything. The content added to it, from a lot of it, has actually come from the books, but it's been put into the game in a way that makes sense. There is also just some added content in it that Yoko Taro wanted to have included on release, but couldn't get in for one reason or another. But it's now in that, and he said that Nier Replicant is now the definitive experience of Nier. And having played through it with all the endings and now having gotten Platinum earlier today, I can agree. I can definitely agree that the Nier that I played, the Nier Replicant, is far superior to Gestalt in every way. Now, it doesn't include the DLC with it that had the arena fight against the Square Enix CEO, but that was just, that's just basically a meme. It's not part of, the Nier Replicant experience. It's just, hey, look at this funny thing that we found and put in. Everything else that is in Replicant has a purpose. All of it, as I was going through, I was very sure to say that everything that was going on there had a purpose. It had relevance. It had something that it was accomplishing, and it very much did. Technically, that should also get the redesign as well. So that should go like that there and like this here. At least there is less to erase here. I should announce the one-off game stream. I'll do that after this stream. It's a bit of a last-minute announcement, but hey, people will wake up to it tomorrow. Be fine. Nothing to draw Deadpool's pet, Jeff the Shark. Nice. When people say about Deadpool's pets, I always think they're talking about what I've heard. I'm not sure it's a meme or not. Dogpool. And part of me is like, it's a dog. It's not going to be in the canon. But then I realised that A, Superdog exists, and B, this is Deadpool we're talking about. Oh, crap. Okay, that line there is just too thick. This doesn't make sense to be that thick and that chunk. No idea what this one is either. instead of erasing the entire line, because that was working well up until it arrived at that point. Just erase that bit there. Well. Yeah. Deadpool's not Deadpool's pet, but it's Deadpool from another dimension. I give up with Marvel. Marvel's multiverse is probably one of the most headache-inducing things I've ever come across. Especially when I've seen all the stuff that gets done with the Spider-Man universe. Like, nah, I'm checking out. Just can't. Can't deal with it. Just can't. Can't deal with it. Won't deal with it. Don't wanna. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. When till I witness your stories, Jace? See, I think there's a very, very large difference between the Marvel's multiverse and the stuff that comes, you know, with their stuff that comes out of, you know, the Spider-Man multiverse, for example, and your multiverse, Jace. Like, I've got a multiverse kind of thing going on with at least one of my OCs. I've got several universes going on, and there's basically one OC I have that is in all of them, and you know, yes, is a recurring character, but that's because, you know, she's unique, just in general. And you know, for those of you who know my streams and know the characters I play, Chinya. As you probably have guessed, it's a canonical reason why she's in every single universe I play in. It's also linked to her character design with her eye injury. True, but 70 plus characters are one of my stories. Yeah, I remember you saying about that, because that prompted me to to count how many OCs I have in total, and I think I've got like 43 OCs. I was like, wow. You've got more OCs in one story than I do in total. But at the same time, yeah, I've like, it's not the amount of characters that does it for me with the Marvel one. It is the hey, beneath the black flag. I want this playing at my wedding, because Callie and I are going to have a pirate themed wedding. I want this playing at it. But yeah, like my issue with the Marvel multiverse is not so much so that it's complicated and, you know, and weird and iffy. It's more the fact that they seem to have that as an excuse to just come up with really weird and strange and out there characters just because. It's like, it feels like there's a lack of justification. They did it, you know, just because, and it's like, no thanks. But Fira has built a solar system with that story that counts a lot of people. It does, yes. More than 70, but 70 at least have names of relevance to the story. See, that's completely fine. You know, because they all have a part there and they all have a place. They all belong. But, you know, with Marvel's crossover multiverses, for me it's always been, that just doesn't seem to make sense to me. It's like, I don't see why, apart from, you know, just so they can, you know, pull in people on the weirdness factor. Because, you know, sadly, at the end of the day, Marvel Comics, just like a lot of comics, are a product. So, they do have to appeal to a customer base in some way, and, you know, one way to pull people in is to have the weird factor. It's not a bad thing, it's just, it's not for me in that sense. I think that's the entire end. They say it's not going to appear in any comics soon because one of Deadpool's had a war from all Deadpools, and Deadpool we know and love is the only Deadpool left. Yeah, but that can also get retconned because it's Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool survived the Earth getting telefragged. So, there are no rules in Deadpool's universe, essentially. Deadpool can pull a bullshit and say, nah, I survived because I did. Or, you know, he survived because he did. That kind of thing. Fair, there is a reason to it. Yeah, which, you know, I've got no issue with. I'm okay with you being presented with weird stuff and stuff that's out there. I'm completely okay with all that. As long as there's a really good reason for it being that way and a good lore behind it, rather than just because. Which I think was the reason was one of the issues I had with, for example, Mass Effect Andromeda. Mass Effect, the original trilogy, it felt like they had actually done their research and made all these alien races and done them very, very well, with exception of the Asari, which was just BioWare being horny. But if you look over into Andromeda, it feels very much like obviously they did pull over a load of races from the original trilogy because, you know, it made sense for them to do so, but it very much felt like they took the templates of some of the other races and just slapped a different skin on them. Like, instead of the collectors, you had, I forget what the name was, but the bad guys. The bad guys in Mass Effect Andromeda are essentially reskinned collectors, because they act the same way. The new race in it, the Angara, I think it is? They're just, cat people, but you look at them, it's like, you're mostly just Turians. With a bit of Solarian stuff. It's basically what you get if a Turian and a Solarian had babies and then made an entire race based on it. Which, you know, again, is a reason why Mass Effect Andromeda failed. But again, I don't blame Mass Effect Andromeda for failing because it was set up to fail because EA said, hey, you know, BioWare, your chief writers, the guys who got the real talent, yeah, go make Anthem. Oh, what's this? The C team, who have never worked on a game before, have very little experience. Make the new Mass Effect. Kind of feels like those two should have been turned around. Let the C team work on something, you know, that is a base concept, and let them build up on their own expertise, and, you know, let them build up into something, and leave the people who know how to write in the Mass Effect universe to make a new Mass Effect entry. Which is hopefully what's going to be happening with Mass Effect 5. Hopefully, but I also have my doubts about that. That's me ranting about Mass Effect again, because I rant about Mass Effect a lot, and Dragon Age. Although the big difference between Mass Effect and Dragon Age, when they get discussed between me and Foxx, is that me and Foxx agree on almost everything in Mass Effect. We come to quite, I wouldn't say disagreements. I would say, you know, that me and Foxx have varying opinions when it comes to Dragon Age. But, you know, and then, again, as I say quite a lot whenever I discuss these things and bring Foxx into the matter, she has a lot more dedication about it. She's finished Andromeda. She's finished all the Dragon Ages multiple times. I finished Dragon Age 2 once and I cannot go back to it. I just can't. I want to erase the memory of playing Mass Effect Dragon Age 2 from my memory. She's also finished Mass Effect Andromeda, which, as you saw on stream, I just quit out. I was like, no, can't. Brain melting too much. Alright, so that should work like that and that. See, that looks better. That having, you know, the bones there works better. And what I think I'm also going to do is I'm going to make a difference between the wings being on the inside and the outside, is that there's going to be that fade in colour, and this bit that I've left blank here between this and that. On the outside of the wing, there's not going to be, it's just going to be the solid colour there, and then obviously shading and highlighting. But that's what I'm going to try and go with to make the differentiation. Hopefully it'll make sense when I do it. It probably won't, but hey. I mean, it looks slightly different already, but, you know, that's because I haven't done the rest of the colouring in elsewhere yet. Nice and messy edges have to be cleaned up. Excuse me. The messy little hobbit's lands is precious. I would say that, oh look, I've learned something about myself when I'm left alone to my own devices while I'm doing art or something like that. I will, talk about any random bollocks that's drops into my head, but I've known that I do that already. Like, I've at least got a track record of 15 years or so of doing that. And usually at the time, I'm talking to myself when I'm doing it. I have full-blown discussions and arguments with myself. And I often lose them as well. That's why I always say is, there's this very popular thing going around in my school when I was obviously at school, and the thing was, the joke was the first sign of manners is talking to yourself. And it was just left at that. Basically the joke was if you're talking and no one was answering, you say, oh look, first sign of manners, you're talking to yourself. I took it further than that. I said, well, first sign of manners, you're talking to yourself. Second sign of manners, you're answering yourself. Third sign of manners, you're getting into an argument with yourself. Fourth sign of manners, you're losing the argument. And I'm on a very firm stage 4 on that. Into the Wild? Why do I think that I know Into the Wild, but at the same time I don't? Trying to know Deadpool at the start of the war only wanted forgiveness, and people know he's just from the creators and the readers called Universe. Forgot the name. Of course, the Universe forgive Deadpool, but that one, killed him. He didn't forgive me his film as Deadpool. Most not crazy. Yeah. But at the same time, we are still talking about the same entity who survived two realities meshing together, and the planet Earth he was on basically being blown up from within from another Earth existing in its place. I was like, you don't come back from that. That's the sort of thing that they use in Quake 1 to how you kill the final boss, who is an eldritch god. You've got to wait until the teleport marker goes through the thing, and then you use the teleport and you telefrag it. You don't come back from that. As much as I like Deadpool and adore the writing around him, it's very much, really? That just seems like you made a decision to off a character, and then the fans got, iffy about it and said, oh, we don't want him dead. And then you tried to backpedal in the only way you knew how, and, that was by Deadpool being Deadpool, saying, nah, I'm just going to say, no, I don't die. Which, at the same time, is very Deadpool, but also is like, no. Not for me. Weirdly enough, the death of Deadpool is the one and only Deadpool comic I've read. It's also the only one I own. So, very, very amazing first and last read of the Deadpool series. I've read more Blood Rain comics than Deadpool. That's a weird thought. Still own the Blood Rain comics. I actually can't remember if I kept those at my parents' before I brought them back with me. I really need to go through the case that I brought back with me and sort it out. I really do. Okay, so well, there we go. That's looking good. And yes, there is enough of a definition between the two wings there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with how that's looking. Oh fuck! Now this bit. Oh. Hey, I know this one. This one is Ascension. It's the song for Divinity 2 Original Sin. Very good game. That is actually one of the games that is on that was on the list. As like, I own this game on PC. I have not played it much on PC. I know if I got it on PS4 that slash PS5, I would play it infinitely more. Have I actually done that? No, because I'd feel really bad about doing so. That does not work at all. Yeah, it does. Right, okay, so let's pop you as that colour. Mostly because this is the end of the tail, and the end of the tail is where I have the marking put on. Oh, I've got to pull up the other picture to reference from. Recent. Yeah, that's that one. Good God, that looks scary. Wait, where's the line art? Oh no, there's line art. Jesus Christ, I lost the line art a layer. Oh, that's a sketch layer, that can go off. Right, so first of all, I want to see what that is, symbol wise. Okay. Right, okay, I getcha. Right, let's grab the markings colour. Is it? Yes, it is just the dot. Okay, cool. Right, you need to be a bit bigger than that. Let's see how you're looking at 17. Bit too small, weirdly. 20? That's a bit bigger than that. Let's see how 30 looks. 30, yeah, 30 will do. 30 is definitely enough. Which means if I then do this, grab the palettes again, and do the darker markings, we do one of what is, for some reason, has become one of the most popular parts of MRI. So if I do that, and then do this, you'll slip those out like that. There we are. And now take back the dark one, and I think pop like that. Actually, might need to be a little bit bigger than that. Yeah. There we are. Yes. Yep, that replicates. Is that close enough for me? There, don't say I didn't actually change anything. Okay, awesome. Does mean that on the palette I've got 6 colours to do this bit. Oh, good God. Oh, honestly, I think this might be a bit of a. What have I done? I've brought this upon myself. Do this like that. Actually, no, it needs to be thinner than that for one. That works. If I do this, close enough. If we just shade in those lines more like that, it'll get blend. All these colours are going to get blended together later on, but there we go. I mean, to be fair, if they're going to get blended in later, I don't need to worry so much about this one, although I do kind of want to get this. It's kind of like the length of that one slipping into the other colour. There we are. Yes. It's much better. The most people I've seen are Deadpool, as we know, and Gwenpool. Gwenpool's not memes, like powers comments. Not surprised. I know of Gwenpool's existence, I know little out of her exactly though. Okay, so is this... I've got to see, is this the same as this one? It is not. It's different. Okay, cool. She Deadpool crossover that she couldn't defeat him because she didn't like his comic. Reminds me of the fact that I saw, I'm pretty sure that the canon is that, or one of the canons is that Deadpool was given the ability by Loki to tell that he's in a comic book. You know, like a true sight sort of deal. I was like, it makes sense for Loki to do that and for Deadpool to, be the way he is for that. Although, someone has pointed out that does mean that Deadpool is the only person in the entire of the comics that knows that Stan Lee has died, and also that means that he has to take on that burden, and also no one else actually knows at all what he's going to be talking about. Oh God, I hate. Clip Studio, why you do this? Why you do this? Why is this a funny thing that you do? Why do you like to torment me so? Another song of Miracle Sounds Like I've got no idea where it's come from. It's definitely not something I've heard or played on stream either, because generally when I play something on stream, when I'm setting up a new stream series, I will spend some time looking along Miracle of Sound's collections for anything that he might have done for the game, because I feel that it's a bit better if I can get the relevant music from Miracle of Sound via that way. Sometimes there's none. Sometimes also I find the music that he's done for the games like this doesn't really feel like it to me. Like excuse me, I think it was either Fallout 4 or it was Fallout 76. I listened to his song for it and it's like, this does not feel right to me. In fact, I think it's his Fallout 4 song. His Fallout 4 song I did not use for Fallout 4 because his song is all about the whole concept behind the Fallout series of war never changes, and the song itself is called Some Things Never Change. It's a very good song. It's just, it wasn't fitting in Fallout 4 for me. Hence why I went with Machine Hearts instead for Fallout 4, because I felt that encompassed it more, because it's talking about synthetics and the whole thing of if I don't have a heart, then what's broken? That song explores the whole thing about can androids feel, which I think is a thing that they try to look at and give some relevance to in Fallout 4 and completely failed to do so. Okay, so there's 2? I got 2 left? Yep. Yeah, there's only 2. Awesome. It's actually not so bad then. I thought this was going to be a logistical nightmare. But if I do it just here like that... No, that's all. Oh, it works. Just draw my little colour barrier there, because otherwise, as we know, Clip Studio Art will have a field day with what I'm trying to do. Fill that in there. Awesome. And now if I go to the palette again, and I grab this one, go here and put the colour barrier around this. Just kind of loosely do so, because we're tidying up later on. There we go, and if I paint pot that, there we go. She also knows that she's in the comic, doesn't have the power to change anything, so when her last season and future self from the end of the comic meets her present self trying to make a comic line that says one of these days she comes back. Ah. Oh, it's a Batman song. I Am the Night. I mean, that's what I always assume whenever I see something about, you know, I Am the Night. It's like, that's got to be a Batman thing. I think, honestly, as I did with the previous drawing of Amari, once I've filled in these different tail colours, I think that's when I'm going to leave off this session. It seems like a very good stopping point, because at that point all the base colour will actually be done. I just then need to do the blending, then the shading and the highlighting, and then, you know, I need to go through the tail and put some more rampant floof in, like I did with the previous picture. But weirdly enough, this is not all that far away from being done. And it's been a lot swifter to do, but then again, I suppose a lot of what I was doing previously was A, learning, and B, spent me, you know, wanting to smack my head onto something, because oh boy, learning art is real frustrating at times, because learning art for me is very much a thing of like, I can picture exactly what is in my head. I know exactly what I want my head to do, and, you know, what's the image I want it to be. Why can I not just, you know, press a button and have that go wham onto the tablet? It's not fair. I've got to learn how to make the, you know, the transition between brain and tablet surface. And weirdly enough, out of everything that I've tried to learn in my entire life, hobby-wise, like, we're talking like, you know, playing several different instruments, learning languages, you name it, you name creative goals I've tried and I've pursued, and it's very much when it comes to a point of view, I need to practice in my own time. Nah, don't do it. I don't put the time into doing it, into practicing it, so what skill I have withers and rusts, and then I just come to the thing of like, well, I haven't practiced it in so long, so I've lost my skill with it. So if I do go back into it, it'll just be a really frustrating time of I have to relearn stuff that I know I knew beforehand. So yeah, I don't want to put myself through all that, because it was painful enough the first time. And so, you know, I quit. And also, when I've been taking lessons in that, like, basically been, practice and learn and stuff between lessons. And I've come to the conclusion, like, well, if I'm not practicing between lessons, that like I very often wasn't, I would stop doing the lessons, so, you know, it saves my teacher the frustration of, you know, I'm not doing stuff between lessons, and it saves me the frustration and also money, because I'm not doing anything with it either. Oh, this is a treat. So the song that's starting now, this is his most recent song, and he's done it for the film Dune. Really good. If I kill a Megan, the orchestra didn't drop. Oh, that sucks. I think I might have taken a fair few bits of luck from people. Mostly because what am I looking at here? What actually looks better? Increasing this bit or increasing... No, there's already enough there, so yeah, increasing the brown bit that I'm here. because the... Oh shit, no. No, we don't want to do that. Wrong layer. Hang on. Oh, please don't tell me that I've done that, have I? Oh, thank fuck, no I haven't. Good. Yeah, so in the Crystal Tower Alliance raids, there is a extremely rare drop for all 3 of them. There is... Oh, what is it? So the first one of the 3 there is the Dimensional Blade Shard. The second one is the Throne Gem. And the third one, I actually can't remember. Oh yeah, Circus. It's called the Circus Shard. Each one of those, if you have the Gold Master level 50 Master recipes, you can make into a Crystal Tower themed house decoration. And I had not seen any of these even drop for alongside. In fact, no, I'd seen the Dimensional Sword Shard drop once, and I saw it, I was like, I've never seen that before. What is it? I'm going to roll need on it anyway, just because. I didn't get the need roll. Afterwards, I looked up what it was and saw what it made. I was like, oh, I want that. So, I was, quite gutted that I didn't get it. More recently, I went and did some of my roulettes because I was just passing time and couldn't be bothered to actually do the main story quest for Endwalker. And it dropped again. I was like, oh, you bet I'm fucking needing that. Need rolled it, came up with 96. And I won it. I was like, okay. And I'd previously already gotten the Throne Gem from another one that I'd done some time back. It's like, okay, that's actually 2 out of 3 items. So the next day I went in and it went through World of Darkness. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. Because World of Darkness is not a fun one to get in Alliance Roulettes because it's full of people. Usually it's very much full of people who don't know mechanics and don't want to pay attention to mechanics. So that's an exercise in badness. At the end of that, Circus Shard dropped. I was like, you are fucking kidding me. I've only just recently seen the shard drop, the Dimensional Shard drop. Rolled need on it. 83. I was like, doesn't seem high enough. Especially apparently because that's the most sought after one because A, no one really wants to do World of Darkness, and B, it's apparently a very rare drop rate. So I thought, I don't have it then. My good god, the feeling that I got when I heard the little victory music of, yo, you've won the loot roll, I was like, oh fucking Christ. I went slightly upper class for getting it. So now I have all 3 of those rare items. I just need to... So, I'd been holding off on increasing my goldsmith level because when I mentioned that I got the Throne Gem, Vesp said that she would quite happily make the items for me if I provide all the materials. Which, was happy to take her up on. And then recently we got the news that the cross data center travel thing is not really going to be an option for quite a while because they're wanting to at first implement it so the cross data center travel thing is on places that are in the same landmass. So i.e. all the European data centers can be travelled between, all the American ones can be, and vice versa. But you can't go from a European one to an American one. I was like, well, most of the people I know play on American ones, so yeah, including Vesp. And it's like, well, I guess I'm just going to level up Goldsmith from 26 to 50 then. Okay. So it almost seems like, for some weird reason, lately, Final Fantasy is finding more and more reasons to tell me to, stop playing, and dishearten me. I'm trying my best to get back into it, but oh Christ! Between the spoilers I got, And the fact that, you know, I have the intense thing of, you know, I'm fearing missing out and also trying to dodge spoilers. Or more spoilers, I should say. It's a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. But I might look into transferring my alt over, so, you know, I can play with people over in America, and I can also play with people over in Europe still, because I'll have my main on the Europe servers. And then when they do the transfer, the cross DC thing fully, well, I'm still set up for doing that as well. Let's see. Final and Jeff is Deadpool's pet, but was originally Gwenpool's pet. She gave Jeff to Deadpool because after she had doubts she would have a solo series again, causing her to be worried about his future. Fair. Thank you, Jace, for the contribution to the horror stream challenge. I have no idea what I'm going to play for that, to be honest. Possibly Layers of Fear 2, because that seemed to go down really, really well. Oh, come on, Spotify. We've already had this one. Something's never changed. We had this like a few songs ago. Come on, give me one that I know. I'll do. Mass Effect Andromeda one. I'll do. Seeing as we're quite close to the end of the stream now. But yeah. Layers of Fear 2 seem to definitely go over very well. A, with me, and B, with people watching me, because they enjoyed hearing me scream my arse off, and the kind of shit that I came out with when I got scared. I think the crowd favourite one, especially among Sku and Torian, was when I saw something laying on a bed. I was like, that thing's going to come alive. When I do something, I did something, it came alive. I screamed, I ran out of the room. In the game, I stayed fairly near my chair. I went back in, and it was gone. So I exclaimed, "Oh, of course he's gone. He went off to Wankland or wherever." Because apparently I don't actually think about my insults or the profanities that come out of my mouth when I'm scared. And you know, Wankland or wherever came out. So yeah, that was a thing. And somewhere there's actually still the counter of all my jump scares, and I'm very certain that Layers of Fear 2 took the crown for how many times I got jump scared. Even Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion didn't manage to jump scare me as much as Layers of Fear 2 did. Which I'm kind of impressed by. I'm also impressed about the fact that stuff like Absolov didn't manage to topple that, or Moons of Madness, although to be fair, Moons of Madness spent a lot of time being very atmospherically scary, and actual jump scares, not that many, but when, my good god, when it did jump scare me, holy fuck, it jump scared me. I still maintain that I've had a change of behaviour since the Halloween streams, because I wasn't really doing my whole thing, you know, just randomly saying penis until after them at some point. So I'm very much of the opinion that most people get, you know, something scared out of them. I'm saying I got penis scared into me. Now there's an out of context quote. I got the penis scared out of me. No, it's got the penis scared into me. Right. Okay, so those are a bit messy, the transitions, but I'll blend those together. But in fairness, those are actually looking very similar to how the other one was. And all together, he's actually looking very much as he did last time. What I'm also going to be wanting to do is, in addition to blending between the colour changes and the shading and highlighting, I kind of want to go over to his scaled areas, so his lower limbs and this tail part before it gets to the floofy bit, and putting more scale detail in than was last time, because last time there's just, you know, groups of like 3, maybe 4 scales here and there, and I thought, well no, if it's covered in scales it should look like it's covered in scales. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that to myself. Never claimed to be you know, someone who's kind to me, but Okay, that is saved. Just take my art glove off. So that's off into our Spotify. Go over here. Right. Kelly, welcome back. Okay, babe, I need you here. I'm going to skin your boys. That sounded very much like you were going to castrate me with a razor. I'm sleeping with my window down and the big one starts hissing, like, viciously. Okay. What's got Dresden all concerned, apart from a shadow moving? Well, actually, no, to be fair, when Dresden gets scared, he runs and hides. Hissing is not something he does often. I look and they're fighting, the wound with not one but two raccoons. Oh, good. So your junior was, oh god, what are they? Is it the raccoons or the snakes that are your junior associates, and which ones are the counsellors? Screen the only thing between them. So you're awake now. I'm not surprised. It's the snakes that are your junior associates, right? So it's the raccoons that are your counsellors. Okay. Yeah, I can believe that. I can definitely believe that. Oh, bollocking piss. Let me just change this after stream thing. Announce one-off game on Discord. Now Capius is running room to room attacking you. I know how that feels. I still bear the scars from an encounter with Tycho. Oh, bastard. He's been completely calm ever since. Like today. It's just been his normal silly, dopey, docile self. I don't know. I do not know. I'll also just close down Clip Studio. Just because I'm done with the stream for now. Oh, right. Ooh. Big old yawny. Big old yawny you. Oh, right then. It's later for me, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3:20 in the morning at the moment. Like these evening stream, honestly, this is a short one. This is a shorter one. My usual evening streams. My usual evening streams go from 1 AM to 4 AM in the every day, and those go on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And yeah, those usually go till 4 in the morning. But it's like I'm a night owl. I go to sleep at around about 4 or 5 in the morning most days anyway, and I wake up around 2 in the afternoon. So it's a sleep schedule. It's just my sleep schedule doesn't make sense for someone living in this country. It makes sense for someone living in Eastern Standard Time. It makes perfect sense for that. Absolutely perfect sense. Just yeah, not where I actually live. The funny thing is, when I really can't sleep and I stay up till like, you know, gone after 7 in the morning, and there are people in my server like Mal who wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning my time, and so he's waking up, he's saying good morning, I say good night. And sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I just really can't sleep at all. I just, you know, stay up. I'm still going to be up after this. Like I'm not going to bed. I'm not all that tired. I say as yawning. But yeah, I'm not all that tired. But I'm thinking I'm arted out for now. Or, well, more, not so much arted out, more the fact that if I get into the bit of the blending colours together stage, I'm just going to sit here for hours. I'm not that tired, yawns. I used to do that all the time when I was a child. I used to protest to my parents, like, I'm not tired, you're yawning. No, I'm not tired when I yawn, my brain just needs more oxygen. As soon as I found that out in school when I was young, it's like, you know, when you're yawning, it's because your brain needs a lot more oxygen, so hence why you're doing the yawn. Excuse me. Just taking more air. You know, my brain needs oxygenating. It's like, oh, I'm not tired. I'm just, you know, my brain needs oxygen. Oh, God, I was such a little shit when I was young. I really was. I was such a terror. But I was never the kind of kid who got in trouble or anything like that. I just, you know, just was like that. Yeah, you know, good night. Good night, little sib. Have yourself a good night, and I will speak to you again soon. I will try and remember next time I'm seeing you streaming to get you to sketch out a dragon. Let's go again as long as you did. Oh. But yeah, with that, this is where I'm going to be ending my stream as well. So thank you all very much for coming along. It's been fun. I've made progress. I haven't wanted to stab myself somewhere painful with a stylus. I've made progress. I've made a lot more progress than I usually do in this amount of time, so I'm learning. I'm definitely learning and making progress, so I'm happy with that. Is there shit now? Oh yeah, just big shit. I'd rather be a shit than a piece of shit. I'm not a piece of shit. That's at least I can very much claim. Yeah, I'll put up an announcement on Discord saying about tomorrow's one-off stream, which, you know, 4 p.m. GMT tomorrow, rather than Masochism Monday, will be the one-off game stream challenge for Castlevania Rondo of Blood, which I need to download and install. So that's something else I'm going to be occupying. I say coccupying. Coccupying myself with. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be occupying myself with downloading and installing Rondo of Blood and making the announcement. Honestly, I'll probably going to do some more Warframe. I also got 3 other games I need to... Well, actually no, 2 other games I need to platinum off stream. Being Pathologic 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition. I've got both of them installed, I just, you know, never get around to playing the fuckers. But until next time, being either tomorrow or Tuesday, because Tuesday we've got Drakengard. But whenever I next see you, until then, thank you very much for coming along, and thank you for your support. It is all greatly appreciated. Until then, though, have yourselves a good rest of your evening, a good night, a good day, good morning, or good afternoon. Whatever time is for you. Stay safe, and see you later, though. Bye!